me about this campaign before I give you the other questions. The Roll Gold campaign. What is this all about?
Good news, Gina. I don't know if you know this, but I love pretzels, and I especially love the old Roll Gold pretzels. They've been around 106 years. Think about that. This obviously iconic. They are a legacy, and they decided to celebrate the 106 years with a a hunt for gold where people can win more than $106,000 worth of actual gold bars. I'm not kidding, Gina.
That's cool. I love it.
I'm not kidding. So from now, the 27th until September 11th, people, there are clues being dropped all over pop culture, from the 80s sitcoms to 90s movies to music to sports. And if people see rolled gold, if they see a bag in something, they can just hashtag entry and then hashtag found gold, and then they can use the Twitter account of Rolled Gold to say, hey, I saw this. They can take a screenshot if they want. They don't have to. Also on rolledgold.com, there is a bunch of clues being dropped as to where you can find some of these things. And I am an actual clue from stuff that I have been in, which I'll tell you just the hints that I'll give you. But if they go to rolledgold.com, they can see, they can start off there. And then they get entered into they go into a 60 random people that get selected, and then they will have a chance to win more than $106,000 worth of gold. Again, 106 years old. Name another snack brand that old, Gina. Name one. You can't.
I can't. It's even older than I am, which I'm impressed with. That is very cool. Love that.
And it's $106,000, more than $106,000 worth of gold bars, real gold bars. So it's fun. So here's my clue.
Okay.
This is something that I was in. I'm not going to tell you what it was. Could be a song, a duet. Who knows? But or a movie or TV. So here are the hints: Friends, Housewives, Scheme, Inspector.
Oh. Friends thing. I'm feeling the Friends thing. I don't know.
Okay, Gina, something to think about.
That's a lot to think about.
Maybe it could help give your daughter more than $106,000 worth of gold bars for her 21st birthday. Not bad.
I could just keep them since I paid so much for her. Yeah, so there's that.
That's true. Then you could pay off your credit card with the gold bar
right.
After she has her night on the town.
I'm going to need that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I have to ask you, you were mentioning all these different projects. You are in so many awesome, shows and movies. How do you decide what you're going to be in, when things are presented to you?
I turn nothing down, Gina.
Okay.
No, okay. So when I first started trying to be an actor, every time I got to act, I was like, I can't believe somebody wants me to do this, and I get to do this, and then it would stop. And then I'd go back to whatever job I was doing. And then I would say, I really wish I could do that again. And then through somehow me being a maniac, OCD, ADHD, crazy person, every time somebody said, hey, we'd be in this thing, usually it was thankfully something relatively interesting. And I always was like, that sounds good if I got the time. And I got, very lucky with the soup and very lucky with Community and movies. So I was like, I don't ever want it to, when I read about there's a couple of famous actors that have dropped dead on stage, I was like, that's, if I'm 96 and on stage or on camera and that's when I go, that sounds good.
It does. It really does. Yeah. Now, you have this wonderful brand of humor, it's that leading man kind of snarky delivery. Like when you were younger, were there comedians that you looked up to that you really appreciated their humor?
Richard Burton? No.
I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah, his hilarious turns in movies.
Knee slapper, yeah.
I mean, yes, of course. I think between Richard Pryor, Steve Martin, and those guys really, and Monty Python. And Mel Brooks, who I got to meet. I got to work with Steve Martin and Mel Brooks. Well, I was on a show with Mel Brooks just briefly, but believe me, I couldn't, when I met them, I was like,
Yeah.
hi. And so those, I mean, Monty Python really changed things for me because I was like, oh, you don't have to just go to work in a suit every day. You can be silly.
Yeah.
And everything can be nuts. And so that's how I approached things. And that's what's your fit? Do you like Monty Python?
Of course, with the slashing the limbs off and he's still fighting. And, yeah, the classic.
I can still show my boys some of that stuff, and they're 18 and 14, and they're like, "This is really funny." I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So it has made it's made it through.
Yeah, yeah. So were you like the class clown when you were growing up?
Boy, yeah, I guess. Well, I'm super dyslexic, so that I made up for everything with comedy. I cover I remember seeing the words like through, thorough, and though, and I was just like, what am I supposed to do with this? And then there's like counselor. I was like, but they're, to this day I have to be like, which one is it? And so yeah, I wouldn't say that they were like people were, I mean, yes, I told a lot of jokes and they did get me, but I had a couple of friends that I was thick as thieves with. So we definitely, they were better students than I was. And I just thought I gotta do this until the real job police come and take me away.
Yeah, that's interesting because I read that you didn't really know you were dyslexic until much later. They weren't helping us out in the 80s, I don't think. They were just letting you, which stinks.
I was my son is both my sons are. And when they got evaluated, they were describing everything, how they saw things. And I was like, oh, that's me. And they're like, oh yeah, we were wondering whether it was you or your wife.
Or your wife.
And because it gets passed down. Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
And so I was told that I was slow as a kid, that I was a slow starter. And I remember that telling the doctor that, my kid's doctor, and she was like, I cannot believe they would tell a second grader that he was slow.
Yeah.
And even though I was very slow. No, but they're like, he seems to be really with it. And then they put a pen in his hand and forget it. Then he's the slowest, it'll take forever. But yeah, so I was very lucky that I had good friends that supported me. And, I played a lot of sports and did a lot of acting and totally avoided school.
Yeah, that's hard. That's really, yeah, because I have a brother who's dyslexic growing up in the 80s, and they told him the exact same thing. And that could crush a kid, I mean,
yeah. You don't realize how it affects you. And you're like, oh, right. Because it just comes back to you subconsciously. It's like, well, you're slow, so you're not going to get this.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, going into acting, I was like, if I can just trick people into letting me do this, then I'll be okay.
Trick people, unbelievable. Because also now you're master griller, and you have 2 cooking shows.
Yeah, I do like the cooking. And one of them is a dessert show, or a lot of, Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox, but the skill it takes to pull off a good dessert. Like, I want to make the perfect steak, and I've been making them for a long time, and there is definitely a bar of difficulty, but to bring a princess cake together, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
It's like shooting off a rocket, like an Apollo rocket. There's so many things that have to happen in perfect timing or it's ruined.
Yeah.
The level of skill that the competitors have, I can't believe it. And then the other one, I'm cooking with celebrities as we screw around. It's called Celebrity Beef, and that'll be back on E. Can't believe I'm back on E after. I'm happy to be there. And if you had said, oh no, the show will end, then you'll be back cooking, I'm like, I don't think that's a thing, but okay. That's a fantasy world you're living in.
And this show is going to be so cool because you're going to be using all your great interviewing skills to sort of pull crazy stories out of them while you're cooking. Is that,
Yeah, it's a lot of, I like to say it's screwing around with some cooking.
I love that.
There won't there won't be the like Curtis Stone sort of yeah, there won't be I do all the judging and I make all the rules. So I won't be like Gordon Ramsay has very good set rules, and or Master Chef or Iron Chef, all those. And I'm if we run out of time, I'll just be like, all right, you guys got another minute. Go ahead. I see that you're not done yet. Go ahead.
That's great.
While we're all giving each other crap.
Amazing. Now, when is that going to be on?
I think, boy, they're going to, right now they're freaking out. Early August.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Which is perfect timing for a new show.
Yeah, well, when is there not at this point?
That's true.
Sort of in August, we're all barbecuing. We're all outside, so it's actually.
Yeah, you want to see? Are you a barbecuer?
I'm a vegetarian.
Well, do you barbecue like a nice Israeli zucchini?
Yes, that's good. And the mushrooms?
Oh yeah, shiitake mushroom. Yeah, I'd love that stuff.
Yeah,
my husband. Do you eat fish?
I do not.
You do not eat fish. Okay.
I'm a loser.
Well, eggplant. Do you like a nice grilled eggplant?
I do. It's all good. So,
a lot of good options.
Yeah, my husband and son, big grill masters, so they are all in for this show. So yeah, we are.
I'll take it.
Yes.
I want to combine the shows and have like a grilling dessert show.
Oh yes.
Yeah, let's ruin some desserts.
Like, what is that one show where they destroy the desserts? You know.
Oh, is it cake?
It's Nailed It.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
With barbecuing.
Well,
I'm here for it.
Add some more kerosene to the coals, to the briquettes, and you'll be in good shape.
I'm all in. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. And also watch Stargirl. It's coming out in September.
Oh, see, you're always working. That's awesome. So
yes, I'm a series regular this year, so I'm on the whole thing.
Oh, that's great. So it's every month of Joel McHale.
That's right. And rolled gold. Go hunt for gold now, Gina.
Perfect. All right. Well,
tell everybody.
I will. And I'll be spending all day trying to figure out that clue.
There you go.
It's going to be all day.
Friends, housewife, scheme, inspector.